Hey, Jeff, do you know what type of podcast we are?
Well, we're not a history podcast.
That's correct. We're a comedy podcast. So any jokes, skits, or anything else we say is not reflective of our organizations, businesses, or any sponsors that we're associated with, even charities. So remind yourself, if you're offended, it's okay. It's just a joke.
Comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote the
All
scripts.
right here is no mystery. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas episode. What's the episode number?
606.
606. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. I see it on the outline now. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Brian.
And with us is Scab Jeff.
I am hosting. One of the last times that I hosted, I feel that the entire awesome podcast was pretty much deleted. We had to go with my security cameras to get what parts of it.
Yes. We got about 3.5 minutes worth of security cam footage.
But it was
all we had.
It was all gold, though, right?
The security cam footage wasn't all gold. I mean, it was kind of a in-between thing. A couple of it were. There were a couple of good sections, but, probably about 3 20-second sections that were good.
So about 33% of the entirety of the recording was awesome, which is pretty good.
I mean, we don't get 33% on most weeks, so.
Yes. Jason is not with us because he had to, go on a family vacation or something.
That's what he said. I don't know. I don't believe it.
No dedication.
I think he's just roaming around Alabama making fun of people.
Roll Tide.
And I'd say that this was a situation where, things are so much better when Jason's not here, but somehow, even though he by himself, I don't think he makes it flow. Without Jason, it doesn't flow as well, right?
I find, because he tends to try and get us off when we go off of tangents so he can end it and then go to bed.
I'm just saying that
it's either that or he'll say something stupid for us to start making fun of him to kind of get us back on track.
Exactly.
I don't think he's intentionally doing that. I think he just says stupid stuff.
And tonight we have 2 smart people here. So
yeah. The 2 Jeffs, yeah.
I'm about to say there's 3 of us here. I'm not sure who he is saying.
No, it's definitely me. It's me.
Well, that just kind of made it sad. I was thinking that everybody would fight against each other to think, I'm not the stupid one.
Nah, that's fine. I'm good with it.
So what are we going to talk about today? Usually when Jason's not here, we don't have an outline, but I think we have an outline tonight.
We do have an outline.
I have so much to talk about beyond the outline, so you just let me know when I'm...
All right, well, we start with, what does anybody have to say this week?
He's got a list.
I do.
Well, let's start at number 1 and see how far we want to go down your list.
Mine were all kind of written to kind of push into the conversation.
Oh, okay. So you want us to start other conversations and then...
Well, that would be the goal, but I could probably use one. So I got one. Although it shouldn't be like a starting. You go with one of yours, and then I'll pick up after, because it shouldn't be a starting thing.
Well, one of ours is Breath of Silences this week.
Yes, we do have.
That shouldn't be a starting thing.
That's where we're starting.
Oh,
We used to always start off with these, and then we just kind of will work them in. But,
See, if we don't start with them, we forget them.
yeah,
and if we start with them, it can only come up from that point.
Good point.
it's true.
But
Oh, this was a terrible show, but was it better than the very beginning when they told you news?
when they told you about death. But Breath of Silence, we will start with Malcolm Jamal Warner, most notably from The Cosby Show. And
I know that I've seen him as an adult. What have I seen him in as an adult?
Malcolm and Eddie.
I don't think.
Community.
What was he in Community? Oh, he was
Shirley's
the husband.
yes.
Okay, that's where that is where I saw him, and that kind of makes me more sad.
It does.
Because 6 seasons in a movie, or how many seasons in a movie?
Yeah, 6 seasons in. Oh, and I don't think they started shooting the movie yet, so I guess he won't be in the movie.
Oh,
Well,
Breath
yeah.
of Silence.
Yeah, Breath of Silence. That was a tough one because growing up,
Yeah,
being on the Cosby Show, he's like my age, and so my dad always drew parallels of the things that Theo was doing on the Cosby Show. My nickname from my dad was Theo, so whenever I did something stupid, he's like, "All right, Theo."
What's an example of something that you did stupid?
Oh, geez.
Anything.
The only thing that comes to mind right now is the time when I decided I was going to be nice and run the dishwasher. But we were out of dishwasher detergent, so I used regular detergent.
oh boy.
And that started sudsing up and flooding out of the dishwasher all over the kitchen.
Okay, I was normally I would make fun of somebody for saying that, but you just saved me from a problem which could come up in my future.
You know not to do
So
that.
I now know not to do that. If I don't have the actual dishwashing detergent, I'll say, sorry, hun, I don't have that. I didn't know what to do. If you want me to put regular soap in, I totally will, but it will be on you because I've heard stories.
Well, that's when she'll say, well, then wash the dishes by hand.
Which in some instances may be better.
And the other Breath of Silence, rather not too surprising to me, but Ozzy Osbourne today at 76.
Yes, like what was it, just like a week or so after he did that final
His farewell concert. I kind of, now looking back, like it kind of makes sense. Like maybe they kind of wanted to get that done because they knew, you know.
Yeah, well,
But this was like 2 weeks, right? Or maybe a week from when he sat in that black throne or whatever.
Well, the simple fact of the matter is they knew he was getting bad because he couldn't walk around on stage. He was pretty much restricted to the chair.
Yeah.
But that's a big one. So they come in threes.
So who's next?
Well, I could totally tell you, but I have to go down the hall because there was a medical diagnosis recently.
Whoa.
But we'll skip that and go on to the...
We'll skip that and maybe have to discuss it next week.
Well, you know shit's getting bad if they're talking about his health. That's all I'll say. What else, Jeff? Oh, Hobie has advanced to the Sweet 16 of the Underground Promotions July Podcast of the Month tournament.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah. We beat, I want to say, the Bearded Bitches pod.
Which I haven't heard, but sounds like a great podcast that I should be honored to have been part of the podcast that beat them.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, anybody who names their podcast The Bearded Bitches kind of has to be pretty good.
I'm pretty sure everyone talking now on this show has a beard. Although mine is the least glorious of all of them because I recently shaved it. And I think that Jeff Primary always has the best beard of everybody.
Well, that's because I just hardly ever trim it. So
You hardly trim that's perfect. It has like shape and like even like designs in the...
there's no shaper. That's just, where it goes. The contour of my face or where the neck bulges point it.
That is a glorious beard.
I apologize. It is the Bitches with Beards podcast.
Bitches with beards. We should get it right, but the same sentiment.
Yeah. So, So once we know who we're up against next, we will share that out and again ask for your votes.
So this is a 1-on-1, and then you move on to the
Yeah, it's
next
a
round.
bracket challenge.
So what's the bitches with beards? What's their what do they talk about? Does anyone have any idea?
Let's see.
We're not going to have dead air while we wait for you to
The
talk.
Bearded Bitch podcast unleashes wild cultural rants and wine-fueled debates with Max and Daniel's unique takes.
That actually sounds pretty good.
Yep.
Kind of does.
Should we play that now and have that as the last part of this?
And now an episode from the Bitches with Beards podcast.
We'll just link to their podcast and play their podcast for the next hour and a half. I think we might lose votes if we do that.
But any of their votes are, well, did you listen to, did you even listen to the other one? Yes, they sound completely different, so they shouldn't be voted against one another. But in that case, I would vote for us because I know pretty much everyone here in my house.
Excellent. The
Pretty much
two
everyone.
of us visiting your house. Now, we were trying to see if your son would join the podcast this evening.
I'm thinking at some point he might. It's like he'll sneak in and he'll peek his head over and then he'll be like scared and then run off. But this is what Zoomers, is that what he called himself?
We were talking Gen Z, and I said, come up with a unique name for your generation.
And he said, people already call us Zoomers. What else do you want? So we went with that. So if we at some point need a input from that generation, I can get him summoned.
Now, we did say, to get him talking, we thought we'd have to find a subject matter that he was interested in. So we were talking about doing a heavy D&D discussion podcast.
Oh, that would have went well for me. I'm sure I could have learned something.
Yeah, if you didn't show up, that's what it would have been.
Yeah. If you didn't show up, it would have been the
So
three of us
anybody
just
who
talking to
didn't
you.
want to hear that, thank Brian for being here.
I'm blown away by my ability to show up, as Jason would say.
So anyway, I am eating the bribe here left by Jeff's wife. She said these are cupcakes made especially for us,
It was.
and that we need to eat them all.
And you need to eat them all. And she forbade myself and Cohen from eating any because of the poison.
Okay.
Because she didn't want people coming to her house anymore. So you guys have been
Poisoned.
hoodwinked.
Whoa.
Oh, poisoned is better. Poisoned is way better.
I think both are accurate, but one is more specific.
Succinct. But she didn't really poison him. Please eat more.
I'm building up my immunity to iocane.
I'm vaccinated.
So recently, I've been watching a lot of TV, and doesn't seem the same as 6 years ago. So is like 6 years ago, there were probably 2, maybe 3 shows that came out once a week, and every time it came out, you're like, oh, I got to watch this. And was that the golden age of television? Is it past? Is everything still exactly the same quality as it was then, but we've had so much quality in the last 6 years that it's so what's going on with television now? Have we peaked on the golden age of television, or
I think you might be right that we have peaked a lot, mainly because of, as you said, the scheduling. Like nowadays, it's not water cooler talk as it used to be called, because everybody watches it at their own leisure.
When Game of Thrones came out, I watched every episode.
And you watched it the week it came out.
When it came out, and I would not go on social media until I watched the show. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
But I mean, now, especially the Netflix model of dumping everything at once, which Netflix is getting away from, it seems.
Yeah, they're the last one.
I mean, they were doing Cobra Kai. The last season was released in 3 separate batches.
Yeah, they did like five episode like bunches.
But still, whenever Stranger Things would come out, I'd stream the whole thing before I went on social media.
But yeah, that's the thing, is you would have to binge, all 8-10 episodes.
So our show's less powerful now that you don't need to watch an entire season before you go on social media?
I think that it also has to do with the quantity of programming. Like because of all the streaming and network, there's just so many things for everyone to watch that I think that some of the bigger things get overlooked.
Yeah. And then like for the Zoomers, since we don't have our Zoomer here, but they don't have that.
Yeah.
There was a time when the only show that was on was Charles in Charge. And I had to watch Charles in Charge, or I had to sit there and do absolutely fucking nothing.
You could have colored or something, Television wasn't the only option.
It was all like anger at the TV for only playing Charles in Charge, and I'd watch Charles in Charge. I'm not saying I wasn't watching Charles in Charge. I'm saying that I would be angry that I had to watch that show.
I'm more angry as an adult about that show because I didn't expect Scott Baio to turn out the way that he did,
and Willie Ames at that matter.
Yeah.
I mean, these people were in the movie Zapped, both of them, which is like #1 movie of cannot make today, in my opinion.
I have not seen him recently. Does he still have jet black hair?
I think it's grayed a little.
Yeah.
Well, you know that he has to. It's totally gray at this point because he was clearly 10 years older than me when the show was coming out. And
you
I
don't
have no
gray hair on your head.
I think I might. I have it in my beard. But is he still look like Scott Baio?
Mm-hmm.
He still looks like Scott Baio, but I think he's at least letting some of the gray through. I don't know how gray it actually is. But
did you see how I deflected the down the hall talk? I talked about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I talked about
how old Scott Baio is, not
exactly
how crazy Scott Baio is.
So we have other ways to insult people.
That's nice.
Calling someone old isn't insulting.
For him, it would be.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he was Chachi.
Not Anthony Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins would be proud of his age and his experience. But Scott Baio would be like, oh, yeah, I could get all the chicks and God love me more or whatever he does nowadays. Or, wait, Jesus love me more.
I think Kirk Cameron's got that all locked down, the Jesus stuff.
Yeah, Kurt doesn't leave much room for Scott to get in there.
I honestly just realized that they were different people. Just so everyone knows. There was some conglomeration of Scott Baio and Kirk Cameron in my head this entire conversation. So it's very possible that
Everything
I
you
owe
said-
Scott Baio an apology.
No, you don't.
But
No, Kirk Cameron didn't have the jet black hair. Scott Baio had the jet black hair.
Growing pains in charge.
so the only thing I don't owe Scott Baio an apology on is his aging and the natural color discoloring of his hair.
Yes.
Everything else was Kirk Cameron that I was thinking of.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Who was in Family Ties, right?
No.
no, that
Growing
was
pains.
Michael J.
Growing
Fox.
Pains.
And every single time you mention one of these shows, the theme song to it goes off in my head, and I'm doing everything I can not to sing all these theme songs.
What?
So when
is-
you were saying Charles in Charge was the only thing to watch, you were thinking of Growing
Charles in
Pains?
charge of my... Nope, I was thinking of Charles in Charge.
Okay.
Just
I was
starring
thinking
a
of Charles in
different
Charge.
actor.
But their current personas, I think, is where I
Their
got mixed up.
Current personas are fairly similar.
Yep.
Where I think Baio's is more political, where Cameron's is more religious, but
Yeah.
they overlap a great deal.
Just like their television shows.
Yes.
Although the religious, I'm just throwing words out there, and I'm not sure that any of them are true.
Well, speaking of 80s and 90s stars, did you guys hear that Dean Cain's coming to the Cincinnati Comic Expo?
I did hear that.
Yeah, October 24th through the 26th at Sharonville Convention Center.
I also heard that Tom Welling was coming,
He will be there.
along with Michael Rappaport.
Michael Rosenbaum.
Michael Rosenbaum? Yeah.
I was like Michael Rappaport.
No, that's a different person. He's not going to be there. Michael Rosenbaum is going to be here.
Has he been in a lot of Woody Allen films?
Not that I know of. He was in Sorority Boys. Was that Woody Allen?
I'm not real familiar with the film, but probably. Was Michael Rappaport in it? If Michael Rappaport was in it,
No,
then
Michael
yeah.
Rosenbaum was in it.
Well, but they both could be in the same film.
Oh, now we're going to have to find out a film if they were in together. Michael Rappaport was in Friends.
Okay, so 6
was.
Degrees of Kevin Bacon with Michael Rappaport and
And Michael Rosenbaum.
Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah, that's going to be 20 minutes of us sitting around thinking.
What's something that Michael Rosenbaum was in?
Well, Smallville, obviously. That's why he's coming to the convention,
Oh, yeah, this is going
the
to be...
expo. And Sorority Boys, he was in that with... Harlan Williams was in that with him.
Harlan Williams. I can work with Harlan Williams. He was in Eurotrip, right? No, that was Tom Green.
And that wasn't Eurotrip either.
Eurotrip was Tom Green.
No. That was, what was the other? Was that just Road Trip?
I think it was just Road Trip.
Oh, you're right. Damn it. I seem terrible this.
Let's see. No, Eurotrip was, well, that's where Scotty doesn't know, was Eurotrip. And
Was that Michelle Trachtenberg?
Michelle Trachtenberg. I don't remember the two main actors from it, but Michelle Trachtenberg.
But still, I forget where we were starting and where we were going. I'm thinking Harlan Williams and Tom Green now.
Yes, they are two different people completely. Harlan Williams was in There's Something About Mary.
And Bubble Boy.
It's been a long time since I've seen Bubble Boy. I don't remember if I even knew who Harlan Williams was when I saw it.
Who was he in Something About Mary?
The Hitchhiker.
Oh, okay. I would have guessed that was Tom Green.
7 minute abs. 7 minute abs.
He was also in Dumb and Dumber.
Was he? Harlan Ellison, the sci-fi writer.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
He could have been. It's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah.
And I
He
definitely
was
know.
the state trooper that pulled them over.
I definitely know when I saw that, I had no clue who Harlan Williams was.
He was the one that they gave the bottle of the beer bottle that they peed in because he thought that they were drinking and driving.
And it turned out to be piss.
Yes.
So I get the Criterion Channel.
Okay.
And none of these should be on that.
Freddy Got Fingered is on the
Oh my God.
Criterion Channel, and I'd never seen it.
That's
So I'm like, this is on the Criterion Channel. I have to see Freddy Got Fingered. And the entire movie, I mistook Tom Green for Harlan Williams. I kept saying, this is the guy to Jen. I was saying, this is the guy, and no, that's Harlan Williams. No, that's Harlan Williams.
Tom Green is the guy that was in the Tom Green Show.
I did not see that, but I hear that he was one of the most famous Canadian rappers of all time.
I guess he rapped. I don't know. He was
He
pretty
did.
famous as a Canadian, and he had his television show out of Canada.
Yeah. Didn't he? Eminem used him in a song, and then he came out with a song like after that like actually charted on Billboard.
That I don't remember.
I do hear that he was a successful rapper in Canada, maybe one of Canada's most successful rappers, and then every rapper in America that he came up to when he was already famous and said, "Hey, do you want me to rap with you on your track?" They're like, "Oh, I don't think you could." And then he did, and they're like, "Yeah, you're pretty good at this rapping thing for a Canadian."
I was unaware of that.
I may have learned every single thing that I said from the Bob and Tom show.
Oh, no. Well, I'm pulling up a list of famous Canadian rappers.
Is Tom Green on it?
I have not come across Tom Green yet.
Oh, no.
It is Drake and a whole bunch of people I have never heard of. And there's a Tom McDonald. You're not getting Tom Green and Tom McDonald confused, are you?
I don't believe so.
Okay. He did not appear on this list. I mean, I guess some of those songs you could say he did were raps. You know, my bum is on the car. The car. My bum is on the car. He put his bum on a lot of things.
Organized Rhyme was his rap group
Ah.
that operated from 1990 to 1993.
Ooh. Well, here we go. Ranker has the top 90 plus best Canadian rappers.
Oh, no.
And Drake is number one. Let's see. Tory Lanez is number two. I don't know who that is. And
I think it's Lanes
it very well could be Lanes.
with a Z.
It is with a Z. Maestro? Anybody know Maestro?
I do not.
Maestro Bob.
Just Maestro.
Wait, before you go any further, I hope that we can stretch this for 4 hours. And we just every so often just say the name of a Canadian rap group and say, "Oh, I haven't heard of them," until we get to Tom Green's.
Well, I'm not reading everyone. I'm just reading the ones that stand out. But I might have to listen to some of these songs by Belly.
Belly.
He was born in Palestine and immigrated to Ottawa. So I can be all cheering for Belly. Rich Kid with 2 Ds. Rascals.
The Rascals. Yeah.
Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut.
No, I thought it was sauerkraut, but there's no R. Saukrates.
Socrates.
So you're flipping through all the rap groups and you decide to stop on one that you can't pronounce.
I thought it said sauerkraut. That's why I stopped, and then I realized that the R. I guess it's supposed to be Socrates. I would pronounce it Saukrates or Saukrates.
Or sauerkrautrates.
You're putting an R where it doesn't belong. And you're writing that down as an option for a...
Yes.
Dan E.O., Killy. Oh, here's a good group. Swollen Members.
Oh, that's probably a sex reference
Oh, now I get it.
because of the penis being engorged with blood. I'm waiting for another one before I...
Mad Child. There's another one. Mad Child. Stomp Down Killers.
With a Z.
With a Z, and they're flipping us off in the picture.
Well, that's rude.
Still no organized rhyme, and we're at what number?
I'm at 29 now with Lil Windex.
Oh, I want to hear.
L.I.L.
Yes,
Lil
definitely
Windex.
Lil.
Lil Windex.
Doom Squad.
How much
Easy
would
Mac.
how much would it cost to play a Little Windex song on the podcast?
More than we can afford. Ooh.
Unfortunately.
Easy Mac has music for the visually impaired.
What if we paused the podcast and listened to a Little Windex song, and then came back and reviewed it? Actually, I feel that reviewing it as it's going on is covered by whatever.
Now here's Tom McDonald. He's at 43 on this list.
That's way too high.
No, that's the one I said earlier when I said, did you get Tom Green confused with Tom McDonald? Evil Ebenezer. Eternia. Honey Cocaine. Buck 65. Cripple. Get Loose Crew. The MC Shadow.
When I looked up Tom Green's rap group, the first three things to pop up were people also search for Drew Barrymore, Dave Foley, Tom Green.
Well, he was married to Drew Barrymore.
And
For,
Dave Foley is a Canadian.
He is. Do you think he was in Tom Green's rap group?
It very well could be. He was in Kids in the Hall. Tom Green wasn't into Kids in the Hall, was
no,
he?
he was not. Sweatshop Union. Loud.
How do you spell loud?
Loud.
Canadian rap bands are so unoriginal with their spelling.
I don't know. Socrates was pretty so original I couldn't pronounce it. Cadence Weapon.
Okay, so by Canadian rap groups not being original with their spelling, I base that on one band.
Yes. Here you go. Explicit. X-PLYCIT. Preach Ankobia. Yeah. None of these, I think, are. There's a Joey Styles with a Z.
I once worked with a person named Jeff, spelled Jeph.
I did not.
It was not with you.
Yes.
you are not spelled J. That was at the casino.
Now I know somebody who spelled it with a PH, but it really wasn't his name. Well, I guess they worked at when I was in college, one of the dorms was Jefferson Hall, and I think they spelled Jefferson with a PH. Not the hall, but the people who worked there as residence life, because they were cool like that. And they spelled staff with a PH.
Oh, like a staph infection?
Yes, they were the Jeff staff.
I see.
The Jeff staff. Interesting. What has everyone watched this past week?
Let's see. Got into the new season of Dexter.
Ooh.
I
was planning on starting that tonight.
Then I won't spoil anything other than 3 episodes in. Peter Dinklage hasn't been in it yet.
Okay. The Dinkles is, he must come in late.
All right, I'm at 100, and there are no Tom Green bands in there.
I must have been mistaken.
That's okay. It happens to the best of us.
Ranker disagreed with you.
TV shows that I've been watching. Jen and I are now watching Community, her for the first time. me for 5th or 6th, and we just got to the psychiatrist episode where he's trying to convince them that they just made up
crazy. Okay.
that they just made up Greendale altogether.
That's
and
a
then,
good one.
And then I think that throughout the whole thing, Abed is the main good guy, and he's never faltered from that. He's the good guy. He's the guy that you stick with. Although everybody thinks that Jeff.
No, well, that's kind of what the creator Dan Harmon said. It's like, I made this, and I'm probably more Abed. Although I want to think I'm Jeff, I'm probably more Abed than anything.
Which makes sense.
So, I mean, yeah, that's where the...
Although at this point in my life, I'd rather be Abed than Jeff.
Yeah. Because you got past the G.I. Jeff part of your life, if you remember that episode.
I do, but I would like to... Oh, no, I think Abed... I really think Alison Brie is hot, and I would like to fuck her. But Abed got to make out with her, and prove that he could at any time completely seduce her if he wanted to.
In character.
Exactly. if he wanted to do it in character.
But yeah, I'm watching people watching reaction channels on YouTube of stuff they have on the background at work. So people who are going through and watching Community for the first time, and they're just about where you are now with your wife. I think there might be an episode or two ahead of you. And so I'm like, I just saw that, or at least their reaction to that episode.
So this is on YouTube? I did not realize that this existed.
Oh, God, it's all over YouTube. There's like thousands, if not millions, of reaction channels.
Am I silly for not realizing that this exists? Because this sounds fascinating.
I don't know if you're silly, but they're all... I guess once you watch one reaction, then you get other people's reactions. So, I mean, half my queue or whatever that they suggest to me are people reacting to shows that I have watched other people react to.
I would like to watch that. I feel that this has enlightened me to the world a little bit.
Oh, let's see. I can't remember the name. I guess these are two Australian guys who are watching it for the first time that I've been watching. I'll have to maybe send you a link to their channel, and you can watch them watch Community and other things.
I hoped that I could just pull up Community reaction and
you
pull it up.
could, but I was going to show you the one that I watched. There's probably, like I said, dozens, if not hundreds, watching Community.
Yeah.
And they're also watching Parks and Rec now, too, so I'm watching them. I'm like, it feels like me like 10 years ago when I was watching Community and Parks and Rec every week. Now it's 10 years later, and I'm watching other people watch Community and Parks and Rec every week.
Imagine 30 years ago, just...
Oh, the concept blew my mind when I first heard it, and I thought it was crazy that people would watch other people watch things, but I ended up doing it. So,
but you can understand how the old people like me, maybe you.
Yeah, you can call me old.
Not you. You're like 10 years younger than us, right?
More.
Maybe.
More than 10.
How old are you?
I am 40. I was born in 78.
No, I was born in 82.
Ah, so he's close
Okay,
to you.
so
he's more than 10.
you're older than my wife.
All right.
All right, you're older than his wife.
So I'm
I've got that going for me.
I would have fucked you, but
Whoa.
now that I know that you're older than my wife, what's the point?
And I'm not named after cheese.
Alison Brie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jen. Like, how Jen?
It was a cheese
I
joke.
haven't had Jen cheese. I would like to try Jen cheese. I really think that I would like to try Jen cheese. But But yeah, everybody's
we're
desperately writing down.
We're writing down the potential titles for the show. What's that?
And all I have is Jeff Staff and sauerkraut teas. Socrates, spelled like sauerkraut, is what I got. And then they hear what I say and they write down something way better.
Way better.
And I forget what we were talking about to get us
what
to
we watched
Gen
this
Cheese.
past week.
Oh,
I went and saw Superman.
Ah, you saw it.
I did see it. I went on
And?
Sunday.
Too woke for you?
It was way too perfect for me.
And that's
honestly.
That's the thing is it kind of hits the nail right on the head, but this was written
Yeah.
a couple years ago
Right.
and filmed at least last year.
Yeah.
So
what's the
James Gunn predicting things?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Is he The Simpsons?
what's the feel of it? Like, is it like I'm trying to formulate my thoughts and still keep no dead air, but like the Batman versus Superman. It was about Superman being too powerful, and it's about those people being out there that can just destroy everybody and then having to regulate that somehow, and just that feeling of Superman being this sense of warning for everything. Is that the feel of it? The original Supermans were about there's this guy who just wants to do good and go around and do good, and then somehow out of nowhere there's this person who comes up who's somehow more powerful than him and fights him back, but he's still good. Just like, what's the... I don't know if I'm making sense.
I understand what you're saying.
The feel is there's a guy out there who's trying to do good. And then there is the Lex Luthor who is jealous, hates Superman, hates aliens, and wants to get rid of him.
Yes.
So Superman is the good guy. He's for, hey, everybody, let's be nice to people. And then there's another guy trying to destroy him because he's different.
Yeah. And yeah, that basically, yeah, it was Superman trying to prove himself to everyone who he starts out, everyone thinks that he's the good guy. Lex Luthor puts it out there that he's not and turns everyone against him, and it's kind of like he's redeeming himself to prove to everyone that he's not, he just wants to do good.
So it's more like the original Supermans than the Batman versus Superman Justice League thing.
Yes, much. It's closer to what Superman is supposed to be.
Well,
Batman versus Superman was...
From my point of view, I'm coming from pretty much just watching the movies in DC, except for reading the Batman comics that have nothing to do with Superman.
Well,
so I don't know Superman from the
If
comics.
that is your only introduction to Superman, then that's not really the vibe of Superman for most of the history of Superman.
So how would you explain Superman? Like Seinfeld, Superman's his favorite superhero, and I never got that because Superman just seems all powerful type of thing. Who is Superman? Is he the guy from The Boys, but a good person?
The guy from The Boys is the sick, deranged version of what Superman is. Yes.
So what's the sick and deranged? Like, how does he get? Where's the line between sick and deranged and what Superman actually is?
Superman actually cares about other people and is willing to put himself in way of danger to save others versus trying to just look good in front of people. And then in The Boys, even stop carrying that and just doing what the hell ever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
So is that how the movie went?
more or less. Yeah. I was pleasantly. I really enjoyed it.
If there was something in the movie that jumped out to you as something you didn't expect to happen, you don't have to tell us to spoil anything what happened, but I'm not even sure what I'm trying to ask is the question, but is there anything that kind of surprised you that like pleasant, I'm talking pleasantly surprised you? Like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen, and that's great.
I really liked Crypto. I was I knew that there was a dog in it, but I didn't really know exactly what Crypto was. But I laughed out loud a lot at Crypto.
I got annoyed at Crypto, so there's that.
Yeah.
You saw the movie too?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought I was talking to just.
Yes. I discussed that on previous episodes. My opinion.
Oh, so I'm just rehashing previous episodes.
Well, I didn't throw anything out there. Just a general overall feel, because I'm trying not to spoil things for people that want to see it.
I agreed with what you had said last week about Rachel Brosnahan. He's hands down best Lois Lane, in my opinion.
Yep. And I wasn't even sure about that when I heard. I'm like, oh, Midge Maisel. I mean, that's about the only thing I know her from. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll see. I for some reason, I couldn't put it because obviously the one character she's playing is in a different space and era and whatnot. But then, I was, wow.
Yeah.
Because, you had, me growing up, it was Margot Kidder in the original Superman or whatever, and it was she doesn't come across the way I feel it should be. And then you watch the old TV shows with George Reeves, and, that was oh my gosh, it's a lady in the workplace is such a novelty.
Yeah.
And she really had no compelling reason to be there other than to put a pretty face on the screen.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. The other thing that I really, and I don't think I had any expectations of it per se, but I wasn't the way that they portrayed his parents as mush, basically, she always how she referred to him, when he talks about Clark, just these
Did Kevin Costner play the dad?
No. Are you're talking about the Kents?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to portray them as the country.
They were played incredibly simple.
Right. Yeah, and that's not what I'm really. Come to expect from his parents.
It felt to me like Pruitt Taylor Vince's performance of Jonathan Kent was that he's disabled.
Right. It almost
slow.
Yeah. It definitely came across that way.
And I'm not sure if it was that was an intentional thing or that's just how it felt because he was playing old and that's what it felt like for old. I don't know, but it just it, and I mean they were fine. They didn't take away from my overall feeling of the movie. But I was just it just kind of caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting them to be portrayed like that. And I think you had said that Nicholas Hoult was a little bit too over the top. Yeah, that's how I felt.
And I mean, that's kind of Lex Luthor's character, but I think that he was if he would have just
10%.
Yep. It would have been even better. But yeah, there was some of the parts where he just overacted way too hard in the scene.
Yeah, just dial it back about 10% and
yeah, for sure.
And then it leaves you with more creepy than crazy.
Than lunatic.
Was he better or worse than what's Social Network guy?
Jesse Eisenberg?
his Lex Luthor is definitely closer to what Lex Luthor I think should have been or is in the comics.
But what was more effective in the film or the story?
Oh, it was probably more effective too. I didn't understand the Jesse Eisenberg portrayal.
I'm not sure I did either.
So I mean,
Yeah.
that one just felt out of nowhere.
Yep.
He wanted to be the Joker. He wanted
Yeah,
to do a Joker thing.
He was being the Joker and not Lex Luthor, and
right.
and that's I just like I said, I think Nicholas Hoult just went
Yeah.
a hair bit too far.
Yeah.
He was on close to being, just closer to lunatic than genius.
Evil genius.
And I feel that Nicholas Hoult is always a little unhinged whenever you see him, so he probably could have played it straight, and I still would have felt.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen I'm coming at this completely blind, so this might be stupid what I'm saying, but Nicholas Hoult always seems like a little unhinged whenever he's.
I haven't seen a whole lot of things with Nicholas Hoult. Know him best for playing the Beast in the X-Men movies.
He was in a lot of he was in the Great, right? He was he was Peter the Great in the Great.
I do not even know what that movie is. So,
or it's a TV series, but
I do not know that show at all.
He was in a bunch of that Greek director. I forget his name.
Milos Forman.
Yeah, no. The guy who did the Poor Things and Dogtooth, and
I don't remember his name either.
But he was in a bunch of those movies too, like.
I know he was in Warm Bodies.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's right.
But
he didn't. He wasn't a bad guy in that.
No.
So he can play a bad guy. So okay, you just prove that.
Nicholas Holt's an actor.
And a good actor. Because there was nothing evil about him in Warm Things. Or Warm Bodies. Warm Bodies. Not Warm Things. It was.
No, I'm saying it was definitely a conscious choice to play him the way it was played. It wasn't, and I don't know.
But not the same choice that Jesse Eisenberg made.
No, and part of and that's the thing is I don't know how much is the choice of the actor versus the director, and I really feel like this was what James Gunn wanted him to do. Maybe he's like, oh, I'll push it more or whatnot, but obviously he could have been reeled in by a good director.
Yeah, and it's always the director. Yeah,
and I don't know what Snyder was going for in Jesse Eisenberg's portrayal. I mean, maybe if he was Alexander Luthor, Lex's son, you could have gotten away with whatever he was, but he wasn't Lex Luthor.
There are a handful of scenes from Justice League and Batman versus Superman that just stick with me that I think are some of the best scenes ever, but none of them involve
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Like Ben Affleck coming into Metropolis for a business meeting and Superman destroying the city and him going around trying not to be Batman. That's one of the best DC scenes ever
looking
filmed.
up at this guy going, "Grrr, I'll get you for this."
And it wasn't really that. It was like, oh, I'm so frustrated with you. I think he played it well.
Yeah.
I liked that scene. And I liked a handful of scenes from that movie.
Did you see the Snyder cut of the
Justice League? Yes.
Okay.
And I thought it was better.
Oh, it was so much better than the
the
theatrical cut. I mean, as much as I might dog his take on the DC world, that was a better product than what was it Whedon gave us?
Yeah.
But still not as good as Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, no.
Dark Knight Rises, which is the worst of the trilogy.
Yes.
But
But
still not as good as that.
no, the Dark Knight trilogy is one of the best trilogies or examples of superhero comic book adaptation on film.
I would tend to agree with that. All right.
We're all in agreement. Yay!
All right. I guess it's time for listener feedback.
Yeah,
because we have it.
Let's have it.
All right. Well, this is the first question of listener feedback. Comes from the same person every week.
Ape hands.
The priority male,
7.
Chili Billy.
Anus plum.
The jewel of the licking,
Kurt Rambo expert.
the screwdriver.
The delivery man.
Dickhole. Did I misunderstand the game? We're just going dirtier and dirtier.
We're not necessarily getting dirt. These are all nicknames given to Doug.
Well, yeah.
Yes. And
mine would be very apt.
Oh, no. I mean, we tend to throw a new one in every week. So
Okay.
Usually.
his new nickname, I guess, is Dickhole.
Oh, I would have changed that if I'd known.
Go ahead. We'll edit it. That's fine.
Okay. We'll pretend it's... so just put it in at that.
Beaver hip. Beaver tooth.
Beaver Nugget. Sunny D.
Oh, Sunny D. That was already one.
It's just Doug.
Doug. It's Doug. Doug.
Doug. Doug says, is Superman an illegal alien?
By definition, yes.
Yes. By textbook definition, yes.
Is it? I'm not real sure on the laws because he was adopted by 2 citizens who lived in the middle of the country, so there was at least 2 states protecting them from foreign countries.
He was born not in this country, and they forged adoption papers to adopt him. So if the forged papers are, I guess, good enough that no one cares about it, then I guess he's not illegal.
No, then he's still illegal. But yeah, I didn't know like if you were like less than 1 when you came to the country.
Oh no, because that's still happening. Not to get political, but those people are being collected and shipped out.
Indeed, they are.
So, in all likelihood, it should be a Mexican Superman, and the whole Watchmen thing should be should be God is real, and he's Mexican.
I don't get what you're saying, but okay.
I'm saying that they would have deported him, and usually they deport people to Mexico because I guess Canada.
Actually, they're deporting people to
El Salvador.
El Salvador, to Guatemala, to South Sudan is.
So wherever they deported him to, that's where. In the Watchmen, that's where Dr. Manhattan would be from. Because Dr. Manhattan and Superman are essentially the same DC character.
I don't think they're supposed to.
As the Owl Guy and Batman are essentially the same character.
I'm going to say they've got very heightened powers, but certainly their backstories are not the same. I
think that they sold Watchmen to DC because the characters were similar enough that they're like, we could just get out of this whole problem if we just sold to DC and then we'd be cool.
No, I don't even think that's how. What's his name? The guy who wrote it.
Frank Miller? No, it's not.
No, it's not Frank Miller. Crap, I forgot who wrote the.
I've got it right in there. If you want to go grab it.
I remember the artist is Dave Gibbons, but I can't remember the writer.
Well, I just feel that a lot of them have DC cohorts.
Alan Moore. Well, I mean,
Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia.
they're pretty much stereotypical superhero tropes.
But
Which,
the superhero trope for
I mean, obviously, Night Owl is, it's
Batman.
But, I mean, Dr. Manhattan is uber-powered, no way to stop him. He can do whatever he wants. But
which is pretty much what Superman is.
they've got a similar power set, not similar storylines. There's nothing in...
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's the power sets that are the...
And I mean, pretty much every different comic book publisher will have similar tropes somewhere in their universes. And sometimes they get direct copies of when they go back and forth, or even use the same name like Captain Marvel.
So I'm not big into comic books, but comic book characters who can be deported legally. Batman.
Well,
He lives in Gotham City, so he's
Batman
fine.
is
he was born there.
and raised, and he's a rich white billionaire, so he won't get deported.
Nightcrawler.
He would get deported. He is German and a person of color.
But does he have a student visa for going to Professor Xavier's School for the Gifted?
If he ever had one, it is expired because he has not been in class since he joined. Because
How about Storm?
same thing with Storm and Nightcrawler joined the X-Men at the same time, and that's when there was no pretense that they were actually there to learn anything. They were all adults when they came over. Yes, Storm is African, definitely. I can't remember if she's technically Egyptian or Kenyan of what descent. But Storm could be deported. Yep.
Professor Xavier.
Nope, he's a rich white guy from upstate New York.
Oh, I thought he was British.
Nope.
But
But he's played by a British guy.
Magneto.
Yes, Magneto. I don't know what his nationality other than...
I thought it was Polish. I thought he was Jewish Polish.
I don't know if it's Polish. I know it's definitely Jewish, and he would be obviously welcome to be Israeli post-World War II. So probably eligible to be deported, but since he probably has Israeli citizenship, they wouldn't.
So which comic book character that could be deported from the United States of America do you think should be deported from the United States of America? And I know this is coming from nowhere, so I'll suggest some, and then unless you come up with one, and then you just let me know.
Okay. Well, it would probably be someone who is continually committing crimes. So I'm trying to think.
How about the Deadpool? He's American, or is he Canadian?
You know, I'm trying to think. I don't remember.
Wolverine.
Wolverine could be deported, and maybe probably should be. I mean,
So
he is violent reactions to things, and definitely Canadian. So we're deporting Wolverine, is what you're saying.
okay.
All right, there you go, Doug. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, next up from Richard505 at Not That Richard. He says, would you rather have every movie you watch slowly turn into Shrek halfway through, or every song you listen to slowly turn into All-Star by Smash Mouth?
Well, he's asked. Okay, well, it was worded
That's
weird.
difficult, but I'd have to go with I'd rather all the songs because I love movies. And if all of them turned into Shrek halfway through, most of them would not make sense.
Okay, the "Would You Rather" isn't in here, so I just thought they were asking.
So it wasn't there either, but I
That's
forgot
the question. Okay.
Would you rather? Yeah.
Would you rather? Okay. I was wondering if they were asking to me if this has already happened, like all movies or songs.
Have they
turned
all
into
just
these.
done
Have
that?
I'm going to say no, they haven't. But if I had to choose which one, wow.
I choose music. I hate it because I love many songs and music, but
That means every time you're karaokeing, it would end up turn into all.
hey, now we're an all-star. Get your game up.
I think I would go to the movie because I think I'd listen to a lot more music than watch movie.
Well, somebody once asked,
Somebody once told me,
could I spare some change for gas? I need to get myself away from this place. And I said, yep. What a concept. I could use a little change myself, and we could all use a little. Well, but yeah, I'm still sticking with movies.
Music. You're still sticking with music.
yeah, you would rather
Well, I would rather
the
still-
music change.
Yeah, the music changes, but
Yes.
the movies are what I
You don't.
continue to
Yes.
enjoy.
I would hate every time I drive somewhere, I would hear All Star by Smash Mouth 5 or 6 times just because every song I turn on turned into that.
Just the last half.
It's still 5 or 6 last halves of all. And that's not even the best part of All Star is the beginning. I would have to listen to the end of All Star 5 or 6 times on a short trip.
Yeah, I'll just out of pure annoyance, I would say I would not want any song to slowly turn into All-Star. I don't want that
Yeah.
ever.
What about the actual song All Star?
If that could turn into something else?
No.
Is that what you're-
It just continues with All Star.
If All Star became All Star, I would be okay with that.
Yeah, because I never listened to that, so I wouldn't have to worry about that ever happening to me.
Except when I watch Shrek and they sing All Star.
Ooh, then what happens?
Well, if you then the
Or do
last
they-
half of the movie.
Do they
is
sing, do they
the
sing All
last
Star
half
in
of-
Shrek?
Yeah, at the
Yeah,
very end.
At the
Okay.
very end, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Because wasn't
But-
that originally like in, what was the name of it? Mystery Men?
Yep.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I think the video had clips of Mystery Men, or the original video, I think they had 2 videos, one with and without the clips, but
I was not aware of that, and that makes me want to watch Mystery Men. Because I would have figured that Mystery Men came out before All Star by Smash Mouth came out.
I think
Would
it came
have
out
been
at the
my
same
guess.
time.
Yeah. All right. I didn't actually do my homework for this question.
Well, then we might want to save this for
We'll
Jason,
save it
'cause
for-
this is a Jason
This
question.
is a Jason question, yes.
Unless
well, so-
Jeff had any input, but I
I
didn't
don't
think
have
you
it in
did.
front of me, so
Yeah, we'll save that one.
Yeah, if we say it out loud, then everybody will be hoping that we talk about it this time. So we'll just skip to the next one, and then you could just imagine what my answer would be next week.
Maybe that's what our homework will be, is guessing what he would
Yeah.
picked.
Oh, I'll tell you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Next up from Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666.
He's not evil.
He is just my brother, handled that way. He says we are way overdue for a Jeffication.
We are,
Yes.
but most of my current Jeffications would require going down the hall and record on Stump.
Yeah.
So if you listen to Stump, which we haven't actually released any of the rantings and recordings I've made, then you would hear a lot of them. So I'm trying to think of a non-down the hall Jeffication. And you know what? I think I'm going to
My name is also Jeff.
yeah, I don't know if you can I don't think you can do a Jeffication. Maybe a scab Jeffication.
Oh, I could do a scab Jeffication.
Scabication.
But I think maybe I will complain about people reading stuff like online on the internet or in text or emails and either putting too much of their own thought as to what this person means without actually reading it, or not enough thought into it. like when people say something on the and people like get all bent out of shape and they're like, dude, it's a joke. It's obviously a joke. And the person didn't understand how it could be a joke. Versus times when people say something very simple and people assume it's coming from a place of negativity and jump down their throat, and you're like, dude, that's not what I said at all. I don't even see how you can see that. But so my rant is to try to read what's written in the vein that it was written before you jump to your conclusions.
I agree.
This is time for a scab, Jeff.
Go for it.
I hate AI. I hate everything about it. I think that this is absolutely ridiculous. At work, they tried to get us to, I forget what it's called, Grammarly or Grammarly or something,
yeah.
where you write your emails and then it just corrects your grammar. I taught college grammar, and the corrections that they made are not right. So this is absolutely ridiculous. This is not okay that any creativity is being overtaken by the machines. It's not okay that before creativity was taken over by the machines, that there were creative people who said that creativity would be taken over by the machines. And then they were right. And I hate AI. I hate everything about it. I do, when I look up things on Google, I read the AI thing first because it's very succinct. But beyond that, I think that AI is stupid and should not exist.
Okay. There you go, Randall. Hopefully that'll satisfy the need of a Jeffication.
And a scab Jeffication. Although I thought that was a Jeff vacation for the longest time.
All right. Wrapping up listener feedback from Professor Number One at Dr. Number One.
And by the longest time, I meant I received this outline
An hour before.
No, it was as you were walking up to the thing that I was finally able to decode it into Word or whatever it was in.
Okay.
So you were walking up to the house as we were about to start when I got the outline.
Well, I sent it about an hour before that.
All right. Professor Number One at Dr. Number One says, how come you never read my questions that I fax to you?
Because intern fax machine has been fired for months, if not years now.
We office-based
Yeah.
fax machine intern.
So we don't get any of the faxes anymore.
Yeah.
This is going to be bad, but I've received a lot of faxes from him here at the backup fax receiver spot.
I didn't realize we had set up a backup here.
Yeah. So I got him, and I'm like, oh, this is just ridiculous. I'm not even going to send this to the podcast, which I assume it's for, because these are such stupid-ass questions.
That tracks. We don't need them. We don't want them.
I mean, I don't listen to the show all that much, but those faxes that I received, they're fucking stupid. I mean, oh my God.
All right. Jeff, do you have some news of the geek music?
Oh, I do. Let's see, am I on the right page here? Yes, here we go. It's time for a brand new installment of the News of the Geek.
All right. First up from the AP, where Scab Jeff gets 3/4 of his news.
Nothing from the White House, though.
A man who was pulled into an MRI machine in New York after he walked into the room wearing a large weight training chain around his neck has died, according to police and his wife, who told a local television outlet he waved goodbye before his body went limp. The man, 61, had entered an MRI room while a
61.
while a scan was underway Wednesday afternoon.
I've heard this story, and I did not picture 61 at all. I pictured 22 or whatever with like a Flava Flav clock around his neck, walking in and saying, "Oh, you got to take that off." "No, I'm not taking it off. Turn on this machine," type of thing. So 61. This is getting sadder than I had originally pictured.
He entered an MRI room while a scan was underway Wednesday afternoon at Nassau Open MRI. The machine's strong magnetic force drew him in by the metallic chain around his neck, according to a release from the Nassau Police Department. He died Thursday afternoon, but a police officer who answered the phone at the precinct where the MRI facility is located said the department had not yet been given permission to release his name. Adrian Jones McAllister.
I love the description there. The cop that answered the phone said, "Well, I can't tell you yet." Is essentially what that said.
Yeah,
somebody answered, "Hello? I can't tell you that yet." Is essentially how it went.
Yeah.
Oh no, I shouldn't have answered this phone.
Well, there's
what he was
required
thinking.
to answer the phone.
Adrian Jones McAllister told News 12 Long Island in a recorded interview she was undergoing an MRI on her knee when she asked the technician to get her husband, Keith, to help her get off the table. She said she called out to him. She told News 12 that the technician summoned into the room her husband, who was wearing a 20-pound chain he uses for weight training, an object they'd had a casual conversation about during a previous visit with comments like, "Ooh, that's a big chain." When he got close to her, she said, at that instant, the machine switched him around and pulled him in, and he hit the MRI. "I said, could you turn off the machine, call 911, do something, turn this damn thing off," she recalled as tears ran down her face. "He went limp in my arms," she said. The technician
This is getting real sad.
The technician helped her try to pull her husband off the machine, but it was impossible. "He waved goodbye to me, and then his whole body went limp."
You got to stop here. I made jokes about this.
Oh, we're not done with jokes yet, though.
Well, but I made jokes about this, and it seemed like he was completely okay just walking in to see his wife, not realizing that.
Well, the joke here is people know that you're not supposed to have metal around an MRI.
But somebody who walks around every day with a 20-pound weight necklace around his neck may not know that.
But between either him or the staff, they should not have let him in that room.
The staff
The staff,
100%
yes.
should have stopped him. 100%. So this is the staff's fault, not the...
Yes.
Not
I mean,
the guy.
to be fair, though, at 61, he should have known that you can't wear anything like that around an MRI.
Yeah.
But
Especially, this was an open MRI.
Yeah.
Where it's like the entire room is the MRI.
Yeah.
It's not like the tunnel that you send someone
No.
down.
Yeah, it was open. Yep.
I am not aware of such a machine. So if I were wearing a 20-pound weight necklace,
Yep.
I would not have thought, hey, I can't walk into the room. I can't open the door to walk into the room where I'll be pulled violently across the room.
Well, now you know.
Well, I totally do. And this guy taught me. So this guy
Is a
probably
hero.
saved my life. And will save countless other lives that hear this podcast.
Jones McAllister told News 12 that he had suffered heart attacks after he was freed from the MRI machine. A person who answered the phone at Nassau Open MRI declined to comment. The phone number went unanswered on Saturday. This is such a terribly written story.
Well, somebody called the cops, and then the person who answered the phone said this. And then we called, and the person who answered the phone said, "Oh, I'm not going to comment."
Yeah.
This wasn't the first New York death to result from an MRI machine. In 2001, 6-year-old Michael Colombini of Croton-on-Hudson was killed at the Westchester Medical Center when an oxygen tank flew into the chamber drawn in by the MRI's 10-ton electromagnet. And also in 2010, records filed in Westchester County revealed that the family settled a lawsuit for $2.9 million. MRI machines employ a strong magnetic field that exerts very powerful forces on objects of iron, some steel, and other magnetizable objects, according to the National Institute of Biomedical Imaging and Bioengineering, which said...
I'm standing on the side of the guy who was killed. I don't think that this was his fault. From the story that you just read, it sounds like his wife told him to come in. He had not had experience in the past with an MRI machine. He did not know that this ridiculous thing that he was wearing around his neck would cause his death if he were to walk into the room. So I'm still siding on his side, even though most of us would know that MRI machines are very magnetic.
Oh, I agree. And definitely from the way it was worded, it said she asked them to get her husband, meaning the staff was well aware that he was going to enter the room.
Yeah, and they should have stopped him before he came in and checked to make sure he wasn't wearing anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
or at least asked before they walked in. You're not wearing anything metallic, are you?
And a 20-pound chain.
A 20-pound chain
you
probably
could see.
Yeah.
That would be like a Flavor Flav clock.
Well, it could be under his shirt. Come on.
Yeah.
Do you know how much 20 pounds is?
I do.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it could be under your shirt.
I mean, if he's wearing like a big, heavy sweatshirt or something, it could.
Or even a T-shirt, they're not going to like pat him down.
No, but they should. I mean, every MRI I've ever had, like they
tell you to take off your jewelry.
No rings, no necklaces, nothing metal, and then like they reiterate that, like, you got everything. So,
but he wouldn't have known the actual intensity of the magnetism. He's like, oh, it might pull my necklace off, and then everybody would be, oh, that's silly or whatever. But it's not like that. It's way more powerful than, and I don't even know this full room.
The open MRI, yeah.
Yeah, I only know the tunnel.
I'm sure there'll be some sort of legal ramifications from this that'll come out down the line. But all right, per CBS News, where Jim gets all of his news.
Is that where they canceled?
Yes,
Stephen Colbert. Yeah,
Stephen Colbert.
Yes. Comes a story that every meme that you've seen in the last 3 to 5 days is about.
Yep.
The technology company Astronomer said its CEO, Andy Byron, has resigned after he was shown embracing a woman on a screen during a Coldplay concert. Astronomer's board of directors accepted the resignation Saturday, saying it will begin a search for his replacement. The company said Friday that it launched a formal investigation into Byron after video of him went viral online.
And the thing is, if he'd have just kissed her, no one would care.
Yeah.
Absolutely no one would care. He kissed her. That happened.
But when
somebody might have been like, "Oh, was that the CEO of my company with the HR head?" Oh, it probably wasn't. And then it would never have come up again. But he hit his face, and the lead singer of Coldplay, who was like the King of England for a while. It's just from one of his songs, I think.
I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about there.
For some reason I can't explain.
I know St. Peter won't call my name.
Yeah, that song. But he was King of England, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But he pointed out that, hey, are they having an affair? And then everybody who had image of that, the internet sleuths are real good. If you had an internet sleuth on your back, like I used to teach at a private investigator college, and these internet sleuths are way better than they taught these people to be.
Byron was shown with his arms wrapped around a woman on the Jumbotron during a Coldplay concert on Wednesday in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Some media outlets identified the woman as astronomer human resources chief Kristen Cabot. For several seconds, a couple was shown cuddling and smiling with the man's arms wrapped around her as she leaned back into him. When they saw themselves on the screen, her jaw dropped, her hands flew to her face, and she spun away from the camera, and he ducked out of the frame, as did she. Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy, Martin joked. Both Byron and Cabot's LinkedIn accounts were inactive as of Friday afternoon.
There was the next Coldplay concert. This is a TikTok, if anybody wanted to look it up. But the next Coldplay concert, they had the kiss cam again, and every single person that they focused on was
did that.
Somebody holding the woman in front of them, and then as soon as it went on them, they'd hide their face and jump away, which everybody knew would happen immediately.
Oh,
yeah.
And before that ever happened, I was like, Jen, if we're ever on a kiss cam, we got to do that. But now we don't, because now it would be stupid, because that's what everybody does.
Well, that's what everybody does, including the Philly fanatic at the Phillies
game. That was great.
I did see that. I didn't even know there was a female fanatic until that moment.
I'm not sure if there was before that moment or if they made her especially for that. I'm not sure.
Like, I thought Scrooge McDuck was invented for Mickey's Christmas Carol, and then you told me that, no, he was around way before that. And so those things existed before they were perfect for the
now you're going to make me look up for female Philly fanatic.
Well, you're the one on the line, so you can look it up if you want.
Oh, man.
Remember commercials? Like, if you were watching a movie on TV that you were really looking forward to and you knew that it was coming on TV, would you prefer that it had commercials or no commercials? I would prefer commercials, because those are the times that you can go pee. Those are when you can go grab chips or snacks.
Wait, how did that start again?
So, say it's 1989.
Okay.
You're watching TV,
So in the
and you're
past.
watching a movie. Would you prefer that they had commercial breaks, or would you prefer, what if they advertised no commercial breaks this whole movie, this 2 hours, no commercial breaks? What would you prefer? I think I'd prefer the commercial breaks.
Well, one, if it was unedited, because almost any time they showed it when they were showing commercial breaks, they also edited it for time and content. So, A, it would have to be unedited. B, they would have to be limited commercial breaks. Because I've seen some where it's like every 10 minutes you get 3 minutes of commercial breaks, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
So there's a line for the number of commercial breaks that you could.
There's definitely a line, but I probably would rather none.
None?
I mean, I grew up for the most part with like HBO, where we watched movies with no commercial breaks.
Oh, you rich people!
Yep.
I had to watch network TV, where it was a commercial, and that was the time where I can get my snacks. That was the time where I could go pee.
Yeah.
And you probably never have seen a commercial in your life.
How young do you think he is?
I think he's like in his 30s.
Commercials are back. For the last 10 years, I haven't watched a commercial, and now with streaming all going commercials and you can't avoid them.
I do feel that the networks have caught up with the whole thing, and they're trying to redo everything to where it was before.
And it is actually kind of annoying, because they repeat the same commercials far too often.
Yeah, that's the thing that kills me with streaming, is like every show you have like the same commercial like 3 times, 4 times.
I mean, like, I got so used to TiVoing everything, DVRing it, and well, when we had TiVo, it was automatically skipping commercials. We didn't even have to fast forward.
Yeah.
And now we don't have that anymore because our cable company doesn't. The cable company we were at stopped working with the TiVo, and they're like, "Well, you can try our own DVR." I said, "Your DVR sucks." That's why we were doing the TiVo, and so we dropped them and went to streaming or the YouTube TV.
Yeah.
It's probably been 7 years since I've had any kind of anything but streaming. And yeah, I hate the commercials, and yeah, they repeat. But at times, not when I'm like, if I'm sitting down for like a theater experience where I want to watch a movie, then I can pause when I have to go pee.
Yeah.
But if it's like a TV show or like a reality show or something like that, I almost kind of prefer the commercials to come on, because it almost seems like a break where it's like I'm not certain on my. This is all top of my head shit. But
I think I'm going to disagree with you on the unlike those reality shows. I hate the commercials and the commercial breaks, mainly because they usually, before they go to the commercial break, tell you what's going to happen when they come back. And then when they come back, they show you what happened when they were... And I'm like, I saw this. I don't need you to show me what's coming up and show me what happened already. Just show it all.
But wouldn't it make more sense if you saw a commercial in between those two things?
It would make sense, but I would rather have neither of them. I would rather them edit them so they didn't feel the need to.
But they don't. If you can go on.
They don't.
Hulu and you can stream straight through it. It says
no. Hulu throws commercials at me.
Oh, I got it with no commercial. I'm splurging.
You're splurging. We get it through our Verizon phone, so they don't give us the splurge package. Is the only reason we even have it.
Yeah.
But the whole. I've lost my train of thought pretty much, but it's essentially you have the commercials to bridge that gap that should have been a commercial to begin with, and it kind of feels like life's like it was when things were simpler before Trump got elected or whatever.
Who?
Oh, that's down the hall. But the whole, there used to be commercials. It seems kind of not archaic, but like reminiscent. Not reminiscent. What's the word? It's the word that retro.
There you go.
Retro is the word I'm looking for. Where it's retro that you watch the commercials in the middle of the show. And it seems to support that the shows support those spots where commercials might happen.
Yeah. I mean, it's all just, I think, too, it's money. Like, you can either pay more and you don't get them, or you pay less and you've got to,
I get that, but like he said, specifically with those reality shows, before and after the commercial breaks, they're taking a minute out of your recap or to show you what's coming up, and I'd rather them not do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. That is terrible.
To me, that's taking time away from the show.
And
you could be showing me about 6 more minutes during the hour of new program or new footage.
And I've literally seen shows be like, oh, this is going to happen after this break, and they show you something that's really intense or about to be very intense, and then they show after the next break what's about to be very intense, and then before the very intense thing happens they break again like 5 minutes later, and then so they're definitely pandering and allowing the commercials to get everything that they can from it. And I understand that that's wrong, and I understand that it's bad, but is that something we want to see completely vanish from society?
I do.
I wouldn't.
If you want me to right now go on a Jeffication about that particular,
I would because I would agree either way if you go one way or the other. I feel.
Let's just say I'm watching. It's the one that comes to mind because we're in the middle of the current season of Master Chef. Gordon Ramsay takes home cooks and they blah 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 blah. Before every commercial break, they're like, "Oh, well, when we return, we're going to," and they show like 30 seconds of stuff that's coming up. And then when they come back, they show you what happened before you left. And I am fed up. I'm like, I'm going to see this stuff. You don't need to tell me it's coming up. I will see it when it gets there. And you certainly don't need to tell me about it because I just watched it. You do not need to recap it for me. I mean, you recap at the beginning of the episode what happened on the previous episode, and most of the times I want to skip that. I can at least understand that. But there's no reason within the middle of the show to show you what's coming up or what already happened in that particular episode.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point of the show.
And that's the point of watching the episode.
Show, so you
see
what happens. Yeah. I don't disagree with you there.
And not really piggybacking, but the more network shows, when you're streaming them, you're watching it, and then at the end it says next time on.
Yeah.
And if you stop it there, then try to restart it.
Oh, and when you come back, it brings where you pause.
Yeah,
yes.
Instead of at the next episode, because I don't want to see what's coming up on the next episode.
Yes. You kind of have to fast forward before you end it.
Yeah.
Or take out my earbuds, which earbuds are the worst invention in history.
Don't like them. Headphones that go over my ear, I will not put anything in my ear. They never sat comfortably in there.
They don't set comfortably in there, and I'm never completely confident that at any point they'll just disconnect, and the porn that I'm watching will just blast out some porn sounds for everybody to hear.
It's possible.
Well, yeah, because they're not connected by hard wire.
That's why you have to turn the volume all the way down on the television, but up on your buds. I don't know if it's possible.
It's a tablet, but
okay.
But I'm excited by the possibility of watching porn on a television. I will look into that.
All right. Jeff, you got some box office news?
Yes. Before I get to that, I am looking at, from what I can tell, there is no, female Philly fanatic. He does have a mother, Phoebe fanatic. But apparently I got something here. And
is it a stepmother?
I don't think so.
Because they were hugging.
This is the Google AI portion of the of checking, because I couldn't find anything other than what Google is saying. So this is AI, so it very well could be completely wrong. Well, no, I did find out his mother. They do have pictures of Phoebe Fanatic.
Oh, okay.
But this says Phyllis is Phoebe Fanatic's best friend, or the Philly Fanatic's best friend. But I can't find anything else on Phyllis other than this line in Google AI. So,
does it have her last name?
Nope. And everything else I've looked, Wikipedia has no mention of any of that. Wait, people also searched for Fiona Fanatic. Well, this says a fictional female mascot character. That's AI. God damn it. Tired of this AI being the first thing that pops up on Google. Who is the female? His mother is Phoebe. That's all I'm getting.
I was able to pull up Phyllis Fanatic on the internet with the Philly Fanatic. Or Phil.
That's
not
not
at all
the Phillies mascot at all.
I don't know what that is.
Phil and Phyllis Fanatic.
I mean, that's the Philly Fanatic.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I am well aware.
And there he is with his mother, Phoebe, in the dress.
Well, yeah, I see the one in the dress, and then there's one in the bottom left that looks like it's...
it's a little child of some sort. Fred. P-H-R-E-D. Oh, here we go. Fanatic's girlfriend. Well,
You see, this should have been the first thing to pop up.
Should have been.
oh well. Anyway, we're talking about the box office here.
Yeah, we got some box office news and world report.
Coming in number one at the box office this week, Superman. 2 weeks in a row. It made $57.3 million, a total of $235 million domestic and $407 million worldwide.
So is this going to be a success? Is this going to continue the franchise?
I don't know.
Like
I think so.
bigger than Thor? The first Thor? That's what started the
Iron Man.
Marvel, right?
Iron Man did.
Yeah, Iron Man started.
But Iron Man was more... That could have been independent.
Well, it could have been Thor, could have been independent.
No, I
that
think
movie stands alone.
But I think that Thor... okay. But
I mean,
Thor was the one that I considered the MCU start.
Technically, it was The Incredible Hulk was the first one. I think, didn't it?
With Edward Norton.
With Edward Norton.
Yep.
But I think they kind of just put that in after Iron Man was successful, and they said, oh, "Yeah, and this is part of it."
So is Superman the start of DC?
They're going to attempt it.
Yeah, and I've seen that they already have plans for Mr. Terrific to be in other projects.
Yes.
Is it
throughout.
better than or any of the other Batmans or
It's the
or
new
Shazam?
It's better than Shazam. It's not as good as the Dark Knight trilogy.
But Dark Knight trilogy was never really part of a.
Well, I mean, there was the old DCEU, which was what they were trying to when they put out Aquaman and Wonder Woman and Batman v Superman and Flash. Those are all supposed to be part of the same. This is a better movie than most of those.
Yeah.
I think I
But
might
it's a
have.
separate universe, right?
It's not part of any of the thing else that. I'm trying to remember what I think Blue Beetle is supposed to be of the old universe,
Yeah.
not the new universe.
I think Blue Beetle was the last
Okay.
of the old. $225 million budget for Superman.
I've heard people as high as 700 million with all said and done, but I think that is just people trying to make it look bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, 200 and whatever million, and probably another 100 and some million for all its marketing and publicity.
What is it at now?
But it's at 406 million worldwide, so I think that's
So,
probably
in all likelihood, it's a moneymaker.
It would
Oh,
appear that way, yes.
The only way I think 700 million is if they're including budgets of trying to start an extended universe, and they're putting that into this specific film as opposed to spreading it out amongst all the projects that they might have planned. That's the only way I can see that is why they would tack that in there.
Yeah.
Number 2 this week, Jurassic World Rebirth, another $23.4 million, total of $276 million domestic, $648 million worldwide. That's a lot for another Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, Jason probably loved that.
Oh, he loved it.
He
had-
loves dinosaurs.
He said it was the best Jurassic World movie. Which
The
does-
first Jurassic World was bad, but it wasn't terrible.
The first Jurassic World was just a kind of a rip-off of the first Jurassic Park. Other than
Pretty
the
much.
park is open now as opposed to we're getting the park ready.
And they had those weird ball things.
They had those weird ball things that took people around the park. As opposed to the little
and
Jeeps.
And it totally went against everything that Jurassic Park itself stood for by let's just make a
Make our own
monster that
dinosaurs.
doesn't actually exist
Yeah,
in the
let's
past.
just cross DNA as much as we can to see what we can manipulate.
Right, which the way they explained it, it made sense. But at the same time, that's not Jurassic Park. That's exactly the opposite of what Jurassic Park stood for.
Correct. Coming in at number 3, I Know What You Did Last Summer made another, $13 million in its opening weekend. $24.6 million worldwide.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a horror movie that's probably close to its budget, and anything else it gets is gravy, I'm assuming.
You know who wasn't in that? Sarah Michelle Gellar.
You know who was in that? Sarah Michelle Gellar.
She was in it?
She was not.
She was not? Oh, her
She
husband
died.
was.
She died in the first one.
Did she? Oh,
Yeah.
Her husband was in it then.
Was
Freddie
he?
Prinze Jr.
He
I-
is
I-
so fucking sexy.
I thought they brought back 2 or 3 people from the original. I thought Sarah
Yeah,
was one.
I knew that they did, but I know that Jen would have dragged me there in a second had Sarah Michelle Gellar been in it.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is listed in the cast of the newest I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Aha! She's listed. Might be in flashbacks, but she's listed.
Well, when Jen listens to this, if you hear that I have to, so we have to cancel D&D tomorrow. We have to go to see the new. I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's the reason.
That's the reason.
Estimated budget for that was $18 million. So,
All right, so
yeah,
it got its.
yeah.
At one point, they're just going to make all horror movies because the budgets are so low and they make so much money.
Pretty much. Coming in at number 4, the Smurfs made $11 million in its opening weekend, a total of $36 million worldwide. Go Smurfs!
Cool.
Now, is this a combination of live action? Because I keep seeing commercials and it's almost total animated.
But Gargamel looks like the guy from.
I don't know what Gargamel looks like. Not Gargamel, but
Well, I thought he was the guy from
looks like somebody trying to steal your cookies.
like the Oscar winner from the Banshees of Inisherin, not the 2 main guys, but the
I
side
didn't
guy.
see Banshees, so I'm not sure. But if was the guy from Banshees of Inisherin animated? Because
No, I think it was live action, but I could be completely wrong. And
I mean, people were saying that it's the Smurfs going into the real world again, but all the ads I see are just cartoons. Oh well, coming in at number 5. Oh, someone have something to add?
well, I have the guy who won the. No, I don't. I thought he'd be in the top.
Oh.
There he is, Barry Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan?
Keegan, was he Gargamel?
I don't know. Like I said,
No.
No, he clearly was not. But I feel that everybody who listens, who saw Gargamel, feels that if they had Barry Keoghan in there.
that was not the thought I had when I saw Gargamel, but okay. Coming in at number 5, F1 the movie made another $9.6 million, a total of $154 million domestic and $461 million worldwide.
Guess we're going to get F2.
I think they already said it was greenlit.
Yeah. Oh, man. This would have been a good week for upcoming for Jason. There are so many movies coming out.
Oh. And we're running kind of long, so
We are,
if
so-
you want to edit that down.
I can do that. Let's see here. Coming up this week, we've got House on Eden. It is a found footage horror film setting out to film their next paranormal investigation. Chris, Selena, and Jay encounter a malevolent ancient spirit.
Malevolent.
Malevolent.
Malevolent. Sorry,
You Jason.
I Jasoned that one. An ancient
Totally
spirit.
Jason did.
I did.
And I wrote it down.
They are hunting an ancient spirit that resides in an abandoned house deep in the woods. Yeah.
Found footage horror. All right.
Yeah.
Is there found footage other types of movies? Or is it always horror? Like, it's not found in, like...
I don't really know that there are any found footage comedies out there.
like the
That would be a good...
Yeah.
well, it's close with... I can't remember the name of it. The rock and roll thing, the mockumentary...
Spinal Tap?
Plus Spinal Tap.
Well, that wasn't necessarily found footage.
Yeah, it's not, but that's...
But they could do some found footage of
But I feel that
movie
it's...
or comedy.
That the difference between them is so negligible that you could make a comedy found footage, but I cannot think of one.
I cannot think of one. But yeah, you're right. It could be mockumentary-ish, where it's just, oh, here's the found footage, and then we'll play you through the edited footage together.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's almost always horror because
That's
that way
that's what it
the
leans.
people who were recording it are probably dead, you know?
Yeah.
So that's where the horrorness of it comes from.
Exactly.
All right. Next up this week, we have another horror film called The Home. This follows Max, who realizes that the residents and caretakers in the retirement home he started working at are hiding their sinister secrets.
They're the Wild Things from Where the Wild Things Are. This is a remake of Where the Wild Things Are, right?
Sounds like it could be.
It possibly could be. This is starring Pete Davidson.
Oh, no. I think we found some comedy, maybe.
Well, I feel that he would make the perfect Max. If you had to cast someone as Max in Where the Wild Things Are,
An adult?
as an adult, I feel that Pete Davidson would be my first guess, or my first person.
I mean, or you could just watch the movie Where the Wild Things Are that they made.
But he was a kid.
He was a kid. But the kid who played him, grown up, you can get that guy. Did Spike Jones do that movie?
Yeah, he did.
All right.
And it's probably his worst. Not that it was a terrible movie, but Spike Jonze is such a good director that... Okay.
And the big release this week, The Fantastic Four: First Steps.
First Steps. Pedro Pascal.
Is this supposed to be good?
Supposed to
be, yeah.
I haven't
Have
actually heard
any
of...
Fantastic Four supposed to be good up to this point?
No. I mean, when they were released, they were like, oh, this is going to be great. And then they turned out to be crap. But
Oh, right.
But so far, there hasn't been what I would consider a good Fantastic Four movie. There have been mediocre movies with some good aspects to them.
Yeah, but I don't think, honestly, any Fantastic Four that I've seen, like, start to finish, has been good.
No.
And, I mean, they've tried.
They have.
And they keep trying. So I feel like they might have done something here with just the casting alone.
But that's honestly what I would say was probably some of the strengths of the one from the 20-aughts. I thought Ian Griffith was great. Reed Richards and Johnny Storm, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, yeah.
I mean, I thought he did a good job there. And The Thing, played by what's his name from The Shield?
Danny DeVito.
No, the commish.
Yeah. I can see his face.
I forgot his name.
Oh my God, Michael Chiklis.
Yes, I mean I thought that casting was good, and I thought they did for what they were given a good job.
Yeah,
But what they had wasn't all that great. But we'll see. We'll see with Kevin Feige in charge how things go.
yeah. All right.
But probably I'll have watched it by next week's recording.
I don't know if I'll get to it.
We tend to check it out on Sundays on the new releases, and I don't think I have anything else going on, so we'll probably check it out on Sunday.
All right.
Oh, top 5.
Yeah, we got some top 5.
Boy, oh boy, weren't they great. That's the Lobotomized Monkey, and now, the top 5.
I'm sorry, we were listening to top 5 music on our headphones. You seem to be...
I was just saying I can't hear. I don't have headphones, so I can't hear the top 5 music, so I don't know when it ends. So you guys seamlessly go into the top 5 without me
Okay.
having to do what I'm doing now.
All right, we can do that.
We can.
All right, so this week, the top 5. We let our guest here. So, Jeff, you said you would like to do this one, and I said, hey, that's a good idea that we've never done before. And we might even break that up into other type lists. But what did you suggest?
I suggested the top 5, either movies or TV or whatever.
Entertainment properties.
Right, that have to do with the American South. And confession, this year I'm going on a trip to the American South, and I would like suggestions, so I put this out there so that maybe I could see a movie that somebody else suggests that might help me in my trip planning.
And coincidentally enough, we are doing this while Jason is on vacation in the American South. He's trying to get our Alabama listeners back.
Yeah, he said he went
Drove through Alabama.
and threw a couple roll tides out there. So apparently that's all you got to do to keep Alabama. I don't know.
I do have a Roll Tide t-shirt, and I was told when I purchased it that this makes me immune to any
War
legal issues in Alabama.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Unless I do it upon someone who also has a Roll Tide t-shirt.
Oh.
So if I
Tide
were
on.
to kill somebody wearing a Roll Tide t-shirt, then
You could be found guilty.
if I'm currently wearing. But if I kill like a Tennessee volunteer or whatever, then as long as I'm wearing the t-shirt and I'm in Alabama, I should be fine.
This is not actual legal advice, so don't take us our word for it.
Yes.
Do your own investigations on how true that is.
I heard this from a lawyer. No, I'm making that up.
I'm about to say, we'll get into some lawyers here on my list.
we don't condone tide on tide crime. I can start if you guys would like.
Oh, go ahead.
My number 5, I am going to go with Forrest Gump.
Run, Forrest. That is definitely a Southern movie.
It sure is.
For some of it. Some of it's in Vietnam.
A Southern guy in Vietnam.
Very true.
Whatever. If it's out of the South, it's a Southern guy in whatever place.
I almost put that as an honorable mention. That is a good movie, and it is about the American South.
It's an adequate movie.
It's a good movie. I think it's one of Zemeckis, right?
I think so, yes.
I feel it's one of his best.
See, now, my number 5, I have a tie here. I hobied this. One's a movie, one's a TV show. I don't think the TV show would have existed without the movie. But I have Smokey and the Bandit and the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep.
So which one wouldn't have existed without the other?
I don't think the Dukes of Hazzard would have existed if Smokey and the Bandit.
I didn't know which one came first.
I think Smokey and the Bandit was 77 or something like that. Driving across the American South, going from Texarkana to outside Atlanta.
Okay.
And obviously the Dukes of Hazzard, they were, what do you call it, moonshiners and whatnot. So they were trying to outrun those cops with Roscoe P. Coltrane. So, yeah, that's my number 5. Much, much better than Forrest Gump.
Well, my number 5 is a TV show.
Well,
I guess.
no, TV shows are fine. You can do it.
Well, you did it too with Dukes of
I did one of each on my number 5.
I'm going Walking Dead.
Ah, that is a show that takes place in the American South.
And it's pretty much about Georgia, and so I'm going Walking Dead
There you go.
for that.
Yeah, I never got into it, so I don't know how much the South comes through. It's just, I just saw the first episode and didn't.
I
continue.
assume that the South, even if there weren't zombies, it'd be pretty much the same.
Okay.
But I'm going there this fall, so maybe it could go either way. But yeah, I'm going Walking Dead is my.
All right, number 4.
Oh, is it me again?
Oh yeah, we
I will go My Cousin Vinny.
definitely the South. Yep.
That is a good one.
Just watched that. We're going to
The place where it was filmed.
the places where it was filmed, and we're gonna get tuna from the place where he stole tuna, and we're gonna try to steal it.
Oh.
And this is now on the
Record, yep.
on the record. And
So-
if they're listening, they'll be waiting.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say what date we're gonna be there, but watch for somebody to steal a can of tuna from your store.
You know you're supposed to accidentally steal it.
Yeah, and they actually have the cans of tuna that say, "I got this from the Sack of Suds," and and wherever. Your number 4?
My number 4, I went with the movie Cold Mountain.
Okay.
It takes place during the U.S. Civil War.
That's the. Well, I watched that before I went to Petersburg to see the crater, and that's the best representation of the crater that I've ever seen, where they just blow it up and whatever. But beyond that, it's a good movie. Yes,
I enjoyed the movie, although Renee Zellweger kind of got a little annoying, but I thought that was the point of her character.
Usually in all of her
In all of her movies,
Yeah.
she plays the annoying character.
Let's see. My number 4, I'm going to go with, it was a limited series, TV series. It was the Hatfield and McCoys. With Kevin Costner and Paxton. Bill Paxton. Yeah.
you're riding that Mason-Dixon line, aren't you?
I am. Yep.
Maybe one faction on one end, one faction on the other end, but yeah, that was.
Although
That was a good
weird
series.
thing is, when I was looking up, Googled movies in the American South or whatnot, a lot of times they were putting West Virginia movies on their lists. And I'm like, okay, they're hillbillies, they're not Southerners.
La La Land was on one of the lists that I looked up.
Because they're kind of Southern California.
Southern California is the South. It's not on my list. Don't worry, but yeah.
I pretty much drew my line. I didn't even consider Texas, although I can understand people considering Texas, but I didn't put any Texas related on my list.
I did not put Texas. I did not put Raising Arizona, which I considered. I did not put. There was an alien one in New Mexico that I considered, but I didn't put. But any Texas is right there at the line.
Yeah.
Or I didn't even do Missouri.
I wouldn't do Missouri either.
I mean,
although the 1820, the Compromise of 1820, or the Missouri Compromise.
Missouri fought on the side of the Confederates, so they can be considered
right.
Southern,
I would not.
but I didn't.
I would not harshly argue against anybody who put a Missouri movie.
No, I wouldn't argue. Wouldn't argue with Texas either, but I didn't include either of those.
All right, my number 3, I'm going to go with Hustle and Flow.
I saw that popped up on a list, and the first thing I thought of, I didn't realize that took place in the South. I, for some reason, just assumed it was like L.A.
It was Memphis, I believe.
Okay.
Somewhere down around Memphis. Yeah.
I had not realized that, but
yeah,
good movie.
I'm not certain I've seen it, but I will watch it very shortly because it sounds. If you say it's a good movie, I'll watch it.
This is the movie that the 3-6 Mafia won Best Song for. It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp.
It's Terrence Howard, Anthony Anderson, DJ Qualls,
Deborah Manning.
And,
what's her name?
Taraji P. Henson.
Taraji P. Henson, that's it, yeah.
Okay, I will definitely watch this.
Back to me. My number 3 is Steel Magnolias. I have to put it on the list because Jason would call me out if I didn't. When it's like, my colors are blush and bashful.
I have not seen the movies Fried Green Tomatoes or Steel Magnolias. And I've been told recently, since I came up with this top 5, that these are the 2 quintessential Southern movies.
They are. I liked Steel Magnolias. Fried Green Tomatoes was okay.
I have not seen them, but I plan to watch them.
I mean, maybe I like Steel Magnolias because Dolly Parton's a gem in everything she does.
That's very true. All right.
Are we on my
You're
number
on
3?
Your 3, yes.
I'm going to go Harlan County, USA.
I do not know this.
This is Oscar-winning best documentary, Southern Kentucky, which I feel counts as the South. But it's about like a famous strike there, and things start ramping up for like it's a famous strike because of what happens as they're filming it. And
so was it a coal strike?
Miner strike? It was a coal miner strike or something. Okay. But I don't think anyone would disagree that it's one of the best documentaries ever made.
Probably one of the best documentaries streaming. If it's streaming anywhere.
I'll have to look.
And my number 2?
Yep.
Ken Burns, The Civil War.
Oh. Okay. I think the title pretty much explains it.
Exactly. and I love every moment of it. Part of... I don't know if I should say this, but part of the Titanic true story, Zombies, a true story of the Titanic disaster.
Yes.
One of the letters is based on a Civil War letter, which I first heard watching Ken Burns' The Civil War. Just a little insider information for someone who wants to know that it's not nonfiction, the book that I wrote.
It's not nonfiction?
Well, a lot of people don't understand double negatives, so it's not nonfiction. Shh.
Oh, okay. That was your 2?
That was my 2.
My number 2 is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
That was a honorable mention.
I really like that movie, and that's the Coen brothers at their best, or close to their
Close
best.
to it, yeah.
And it takes place in the American South.
It does.
And,
It does.
And feels like it's the American
It
South.
absolutely feels. That's almost quintessentially feels like it's the American South.
Yep.
Like the Odyssey was written about the American South.
Exactly.
Let's see. My number 2, I'm going to go with Walk the Line.
I almost put that on an honorable mention. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
I respect that choice.
Yeah.
When I was researching this, apparently there was a 1970 movie called I Walk the Line.
Okay.
And I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm assuming it's based off of something Johnny Cash did back
I would imagine.
then. But I was like, oh, there's another one. But you're referring to the 2007, it'd be my guess. Maybe 8.
I think, 8 maybe. Yeah, that's...
If either of those guesses were right and you just did that off the top of your head, I would be very impressed.
Ooh, let's see if we can
Let's
impress
see.
them.
What
But-
year was the movie Walk the Line? So I hit Google search,
Yes.
but not the microphone.
So you've spoken to it and it's nothing.
What year was the movie Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix?
And everyone's sitting here waiting for the answer.
2005.
Oh,
Ooh.
that was a little earlier than I thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My number 1, I'm going to go with a film called Lawless.
I don't know it.
It's about a family of bootleggers. It's in it's set in West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia. That's not the South. Boo.
Well, it is my list.
Okay.
So,
Boo.
and it's based on a true events. The book is fantastic, but it's Tom Hardy.
Oh, I think I do kind of remember a Lawless movie with Tom Hardy. Now you mention it.
Tom Hardy, Shia LaBeouf.
Actual cannibal?
Shia LaBeouf.
No, that's Army Hammer.
No, it's actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
That's the way the song goes.
Oh, wow. I'm talking about the real life cannibal
Army Hammer.
Army Hammer. He didn't make my list. I don't think he's from the South.
Sorry. Lawless, any more you wanted to say about that?
No.
Okay. Didn't want to take away. I know.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no, it's if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Very good movie.
My number 1 is the television show Trial and Error. It did 2 seasons about the guy from the New York lawyer who comes down to help the guy in, I think it's South Carolina. The first season was John Lithgow was, on trial for murder. And just a whole cast of characters who are all crazy and funny and hilarious. And then the second season, they bring in, I forgot her name. The small little, who played Galinda in The Wicked originally on Broadway.
Ariana Grande?
No.
She's a donut licker. We don't talk about her.
The original Broadway production. Okay. Well, but she's the defendant in the second season or whatever.
Interesting.
And she always talks to her lawyer like that with the big accent, and it's funny. And I can't say the word lawyer without doing that. And we always cheer Murder Board because they had a murder board.
Murder board.
Every time they brought it out, they chanted "Murder Board, Murder Board." So
It's different than the murder quilt.
yes, it is different than a murder quilt.
Okay.
But that is my favorite property set in the American South.
There we go.
To me,
It is.
were my 2 through 5 Walking Dead, Harlan County, Ken Burns Civil War, and My Cousin Vinny.
Yes, you said all those.
Okay. My number one is A Streetcar Named Desire.
Stella. The movie.
I could have been a contender. Oh,
No,
wait.
wrong movie.
Same actor.
Same actor, different. Not in the South though.
Yeah, that was. But Streetcar Named Desire is in the French Quarter and Nolan's.
Nolans. I
And-
always depend on the kindness of strangers.
Exactly. And I feel that the most significant film made about the South is
Gone with the Wind.
no.
Oh, good.
Much worse film than that.
Oh,
Way worse.
the Birth of a Nation.
Yeah, Birth of a Nation.
Yeah, we're not going to give that props. But
Honestly, without Birth of a Nation,
No.
I don't feel that film would exist as it does today.
it made
I
great
feel-
strides in technical filmmaking.
I feel that it was all like everything would be filmed like Seinfeld was filmed, which is great. Seinfeld was a great show,
Yeah.
but it was every scene they'd have a camera looking at a.
It would just be like a
But
videoing a stage.
I'm not putting
Yeah,
Birth
no,
of a
we're not.
Nation. Birth of a Nation was so racist, so bad that even though it absolutely saved the medium, it's not worth mentioning. My number one is Streetcar Named Desire.
All right.
I've got a lot of.
I was gonna say we didn't put this out to social media, so we didn't get any listener.
I do have gens.
Oh, there you go.
Let's hear this.
So gens are our honorable mentions first.
We'll
go Jens.
We'll go Jens.
In case
Okay.
we don't want to steal any of hers with our honorable mention.
Gens number 5, Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh no.
That's the only film that that Erica mentioned when I told her what the top 5 was.
There's a baby in a bar.
Number 4, The Righteous Gemstones. I know you hate the
I
guy,
am not a Danny McBride fan.
Danny McBride, but I
I
will stand by that this is one of the greatest TV series.
am
ever made.
also not a Danny McBride fan, but I did enjoy what I've seen of it. I haven't seen all of it, but Walton Goggins' character as Baby Billy is probably one of the funniest things on TV.
Yes, Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy.
is one of my favorite characters. Yes. Number 3, American Horror Story Coven.
Okay.
I haven't watched any of the American Horror Stories, so no judgment for me on that.
One of my campaigns of D&D that I was the DM and you were the character was based on the American Horror Story.
And I didn't catch it, I guess.
Well, I told you afterwards, I feel. Number 2, The Golden Girls.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I mean, Miami is south.
it is.
And number 1, Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
My honorable mentions, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Big Fish. I thought was a spectacular film.
I thought about Big Fish, but it's been a while, and I honestly remember nothing of it. So I have a hard time putting it on my list without
if it's
remembering
been a
it.
while and you haven't, then you don't remember anything. I have Django Unchained.
Django. Yep, that was on mine.
I thought about that again. I thought that was Texas. I could be wrong if it wasn't Texas, but that's why I kind of avoided Django.
I assumed it was like Alabama, Mississippi, but I don't know.
I could be wrong. It could have been. For some reason, I felt Texas in it, but
And then the only other one I had was Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And Gone with the Wind.
let's see. I had Remember the Titans.
Oh, that's such a good one.
I had, to represent pretty much all of John Grisham's movies off of his books, but I particularly like The Pelican Brief.
Pelican. Yeah.
Although other
with,
people,
like the movie with
Denzel
Denzel.
Washington and Julia
Roberts.
I think Rainmaker is probably my favorite of his.
The Client, The Firm,
Man.
Time to Kill, was that one of them?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, a bunch of good ones, but I always preferred The Pelican Brief for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Django Unchained starts in Texas, but the Leonardo DiCaprio plantation is in Mississippi.
Okay. Well, then consider me corrected. I picked the television show Evening Shade, the Burt Reynolds show from the 90s, taking
I
place
didn't even think of that.
in Evening Shade, Arkansas. It was the first thing I thought of when you said the... I'm like, oh, like Evening Shade. And then other things passed it, but in a place called Evening Shade. And I threw in the television show Hometown, the designer show where they redo houses in the town of Laurel, Mississippi with Ben and Aaron Napier.
I am not aware of this.
HGTV show where they just...
So what's it called?
Hometown.
Hometown.
She moved back to her hometown with her husband, and they are just beautifying the city one property at a time.
Yeah, she's like an interior designer of some point in time.
And he's a carpenter,
He's a
constructor.
He has a woodwork. Yeah, he does woodworking, and yeah, I haven't probably watched it in like 2 or 3 years, but
It's streaming on Hulu. I'll watch it tomorrow.
yeah,
Or not? No, not tomorrow. I got something going on tomorrow, but
yeah,
Thursday I will watch it.
I mean, if you like watching people redesign homes,
yeah.
it's one of my favorites. If
Yeah.
you don't like that, then don't bother watching it.
I made this top 5 so that I would have shows to watch about where I am traveling.
Well, if you are going near Laurel, Mississippi, I would suggest watching it.
I'm not sure where Laurel, Mississippi is, but Mississippi in relatively seems a small-ish state.
The only ones on my honorable mention list that I have, speaking of Mississippi Burning.
Yes.
I consider that, and that's a good film.
Yeah, and A Time to Kill. Both. Yeah.
And I feel like I should mention To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be mentioned, although it didn't make my list.
It's been a very long time since I've seen that.
Maybe because it just felt old when I saw it.
Yeah.
But Gregory Peck has always been a good actor in everything I've seen him in, so...
I could pull off Laurel, Mississippi on this trip.
Ooh. Then maybe we should find... Maybe we should do some...
Who do you want autographs from?
Well, the
Laurel and Mississippi.
The only ones from Laurel, Mississippi would be Ben and Aaron Napier.
Okay, I will find them, and I assume that Laurel, Mississippi is small enough that I could knock on any random door and then say, where do they live so I can get their autograph?
I think his wood shop is near the old railroad tracks. I think it's in an old train station.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if that helps you at all.
Okay. Near the old railroad tracks. Okay. Got it.
All right, we're over 2 hours and 20 minutes this week.
We are. Yeah.
I feel we nailed it this week. I feel this is a good episode. I feel that anybody should be jealous of the people who have listened to this episode.
Well, there's only 3 of us that have listened to it
So far.
at this
So
point.
so far, everyone's jealous of just us. Unless Jeff's son is in the other room listening the whole time.
But the first person to listen to it, they'll be like, oh, fuck. I am now the 4th person to have listened to this. And what time do you think that you'll release it?
Sometime overnight. I will go home and do all the mix down and whatnot.
So if someone's hearing this exact thing at 3 o'clock in the morning, do you think that they might be the first ones to...
If they're hearing us right now at 3 o'clock in the morning, that means they're getting near the end. Then they probably would be one of the first ones.
How about the three of us have heard it? How about the fourth person to hear it post
it's gonna
on the History of Bad Ideas website? I've heard it.
Facebook page or Twitter?
It's got to be Facebook because I don't follow Twitter anymore because it's difficult.
It's going to be Doug. It's got to be Doug.
Well, yes. Somebody respond to History of Bad Ideas Facebook page.
Especially if we make the title, it's going to be Doug.
But bad ideas. Anybody have bad ideas?
Wearing a weightlifting chain to a MRI facility. I feel like that's got to be like a top 100, like a
88,
89, 88, 89.
Oh, we already have an 88, so probably 89.
Or we put it at 88, and what was at 88 gets pushed down to 89.
Oh, is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a sliding scale.
I did not realize.
Yeah,
so
none of these bad ideas are set in stone.
Okay,
Because
88
people
it
keep
is.
doing dumber and more bad things. Yeah. All right, titles for the show.
I have one is more succinct. Growing Pains in Charge.
Oh, I like that.
I would like to try Gen Cheese. Scab Jeffification. Such stupid ass questions. Ooh, that's a big chain. Tied on Tide Crime. Those are my options.
Jeff?
I have sauerkrauties or Socrates spelled like sauerkrauties, and then I have Jeff Staff. Deport Wolverine. Best Jeffication ever. Porn on a television. Anyway, box office. Malovent.
That's what I said.
Malavent.
Yes. Malevolent.
Malovent. Near the old railroad tracks. And it's going to be Doug.
All I wrote down was scabification. And it was a cheese joke.
I think if I had to bet, it was like the first one that you said.
One is more succinct.
No.
Growing Pains in Charge.
Yeah, Growing Pains in Charge, I think, is mine. But
you wouldn't. You don't want it to be. I would like to try Gen Cheese.
I would be happy with that too.
I liked such stupid ass questions personally.
Tied on Tide Crime is always is a good one.
I'm okay with
stupid
ass questions.
Yeah, that works for me.
And I'll even spell ass $$.
There you go. Just to please the
yes
the podcast servers, so we don't get in trouble.
So yeah, that's what we think of your questions, Dr. Number One.
There you go.
Well, Jason won't listen to this, will he?
He won't. No, there's no way. As long as this is, he'll look at it and he won't listen.
Will Doug have ended before this point, or will he still be listening?
I think
at this
Doug
point?
will listen to all the way through.
Yeah,
So
Doug.
if you get this far, Doug, yeah, let us know.
Yeah, Doug's a glutton for 3-hour podcast punishment.
I feel this was a good one. I feel this is one of the best at my house that we've done.
The best is
Oh, yeah, the best one, of course, was the one that didn't get recorded.
It got recorded, just got erased almost immediately.
Yes.
Don't format it. Don't format.
But anyway, thank you, Jeff.
Yes, thank you for hosting. Thank you for the cupcakes. We didn't eat all of them. We ate like 4 of them.
Yeah, there's 25 that need to be eaten. So now you and Ryan have to eat the other 24 tomorrow.
Now, that's a lot.
I mean, I'll have probably one more before I go, but so I'll
You can eat
do
many
what
more
I-
and one more if you want.
I don't want to ruin my dinner.
But I guess that'll end this episode now, and Roger says goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. Not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.